Hello, it's your boy Davidoff and welcome back to Movie Monday. So I'm calling this like this now, just quickly because I gotta go to work in a bit. And it's Sunday, I gotta get this up on Monday. It's Movie Monday, it's gotta be up on Movie Monday, so yeah, we're doing this now. So, Justice League Dark, Apokolips War. This is the culmination of a universe I really like, the DC animated universe. It started with the ending of Flashpoint, and the first proper movie in the universe was Justice League War. That's what introduced me to the universe as well. A Justice League movie where they fight Darkseid straight away. The team forms in this movie. First Darkseid invades, and the team forms as the movie goes along, and in the end they defeat Darkseid. That's Justice League War back years ago, right? That's where the universe properly started. But Flashpoint, right? Flashpoint happened, the Flashpoint movie happened, and the Flash turned back time to save his mum, created some apocalyptic world, and decided to change it back to normal, but what happened was things change, and the universe that he comes back to is different to the one he left. So the one he comes back to is this new universe, this new reboot, the DC animated universe, starting with Justice League War. And since then they've done more Justice League movies, introduced Aquaman as well. The original team was like Superman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Cyborg, Flash, Green Lantern. Was it? I think I've forgotten someone. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I'm trying to remember the original team from this universe. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. They're definitely there. Cyborg and Flash, Green Lantern, Shazam. Yeah, that was it. That's the 7. And then Aquaman joined in the next movie. And then they did a bunch of solo movies. They did Wonder Woman solo movies. They did Superman solo movie, Batman solo movies, all in the same universe. And then they culminated. To this last movie because Darkseid attacked Earth twice to this point. So they thought, you know what? Let's take the fight to him because he's clearly not going to stop attacking Earth. So let's take the fight to his home planet. And at the beginning, it gets real. Like, they go straight into the attack. I can't say much else because it's a spoiler. Usually you can talk about stuff in the first 10 minutes of the movie and it's fine. It's not really a spoiler. But in this movie, the first 2 minutes, there's spoilers. There's big spoilers already. Big things happen. This is the darkest of the animated movies. There's a lot of brutal deaths in this. A lot of dark deaths. This is like the Infinity War of the DC animated universe, except it's a lot more brutal as well. It's crazy. Even for animation, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty damn brutal. They tried to go more hardcore. There's one use of the F word. I think they used it once because they wanted to keep it PG-13 rather than rated R. But they tried to be... What I like about this universe is, even though it's animated, they try to be more adult-themed, which is good. They show more blood, more injury, that's all good. And in this one, it's the most brutal. Like, it's crazy. Like, this follows on from Justice League... Superman Doomsday. The one where Doomsday is sent to attack Superman. And it all connects to this final movie. I think there's the last one anyway. Maybe there's a new universe after this, I have no idea, but this animated universe is elite. But this last movie, there's a lot of brutal deaths and it's got everyone. Just like I compared this to Infinity War because Infinity War brings in everyone, except it's a different type of movie. It's the same in the sense of a crossover, everyone coming together, but there's a difference in terms of like the tone and how it's done. Infinity War is still dark though, but like, you have to watch it to understand. You have to watch both to understand like why it's so different rather than being animation. But Justice League is there. The Titans are there. Constantine is there. He plays a big role. There's a few members from Justice League Dark as well. They were in the previous Justice League Dark movie that also connects. Who else was there? Swamp Thing turned up. The Suicide Squad are on the good side, right? It's gotten so, like, Darkseid is so powerful that they need the villains as well to team up with them to try and take him down. Everyone, literally everyone in this universe, every hero and villain has to team up to try and take down Darkseid. And in this there's Paradooms. These are hybrids of Parademons and Doomsday. And there's hundreds of them, thousands of them. So that's a pretty big deal, right? It's pretty big deal. But yeah, you get to... I'm not going to spoil things, but there's some evil versions of certain characters as well. There's a lot of death. That's for sure. Trigon's in it, so... what's her name? What's her name again? Raven from Titans, right? Her dad is Trigon, extremely powerful person. This guy plays a big role in the finale. Just so you know, pretty evil guy, but he plays a big role in the finale. Etrigan is a character in this that I found really funny. I thought it was really funny. It was like a big brutey guy that couldn't talk much. He didn't have many words in the vocabulary, but he liked to fight, and yeah, he just really liked to fight. He was funny. The way he talked was funny, and I liked him. Etrigan was one of my favorite characters in this movie for sure. He was one of the comedic parts, but for the most part, this was very dark. This was very dark. It's a dark start, a dark middle, a dark movie, a dark ending as well. Everything's dark. Don't expect happy things. Just so you know, you can expect some good action though. And again, not going to spoil things any further. You got to watch this if you're a DC fan. If you're not a DC fan, I don't know if I can recommend it. It depends on taste. But if you're a DC fan, if you've ever liked anything DC, then I recommend this, at least giving this movie a try. Don't need to watch the whole universe to watch this. They explain certain things in this that are in the previous movies anyway. You don't really need other movies anyway, but this is the culmination of all those movies before. There's like 10 or more than 10, I think. And there is a connection too to Flashpoint. I mentioned Flashpoint earlier for a reason, right? Flash created this universe accidentally, and the Flashpoint connects to this final movie as well. So everything ties in together really nicely. Aside from the solo movies though, the solo movies are kept separate. They're in the same universe, but those storylines are not really like needed for these team up movies, which is fine. Like, I like how DC animated movies do it. I like how MCU does it as well. I like both methods, but I like a range. I like how different companies do it differently. So I'm liking how DC doing it differently to Marvel. I like having more of a range, because I do watch both things. I think that's all I gotta say. Constantine plays a big role, I mentioned. He's voiced by the guy who plays Constantine in the Arrowverse. So the guy who plays Constantine in Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow, etc., he is the voice of Constantine in this movie. So that is pretty cool. And he looks like him as well. Like, you know, it's the same animation, same clothing as the Arrowverse. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like how there's a, you know, how there's a bit of a connection there. I don't think there's a connection to CW universe, but still, that's pretty cool. So that's all I got to say. As a movie, this is an 8 out of 10 for me. It's solid. I really like it. I like how dark it is, and I like how I just like the action. I like all the team ups. I like some of the action sequences you see, and I like how surprising it is sometimes. Like, the beginning is certainly surprising to me, and there's some brutal deaths. A bit too brutal maybe, but brutal. I can handle it because it's animation. If this is if this is live action, I would collapse. Like, the deaths are that brutal. There are some brutal deaths in this. As a universe though, this whole universe for me, if I was to rate it, 9 out of 10, mate. This is my second favorite superhero universe aside from the MCU. Like, this universe is really damn good, you know. I like cinematic universes, and this animated one, they've done a good job. They've done a good job. I don't know what's next. I'm pretty sure they're planning on doing more animated movies. Maybe not part of this universe, maybe part of a different universe. But I'm looking forward to what they do. But as for this universe, they're giving me a lot. They've fulfilled me. So thank you to the writers, directors, and everyone who's been a part of these projects. This is your boy David. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.